Evening everyone, it is quarter to 11 on Tuesday the 2nd of January, and we're doing a water fast for the next 86 hours. You've probably seen Dana White do it, but really it's because we've been building the gym for the last 2 years and we've not been able to take as good a care of ourselves as we did previously. You know, we're in really good shape. The reason we wanted to open a gym is because we're into the gym, we're in good shape. And, you know, when you focus on a business for 2 years and building that, you lose yourself a bit. So me and Trevor decided that we were going to do a reset, and we're going to start it with an 86-hour water fast. As stupid as that is probably going to turn out to be. So we've been doing it so far since 9 o'clock, so about an hour and 45 minutes, obviously nothing to report. But yeah, I'll be doing some videos, Trevor will be doing some videos. We'll keep you up to date with how we're feeling. We'll put up our starting numbers and, you know, what we weighed, and we'll just tell you how it goes. Bear in mind, we're not on keto diets or anything like that. We're not going into this having prepped particularly for it, and we're definitely not recommending anybody else does this. We're really just doing it for experimental purposes and for shits and gigs, to be honest. So, yeah, follow along. It's the first day, the first full day. It's 2:18, 20 past 2. I stopped eating. It was supposed to be at 9 last night, but we sat down and watched a film and I just never ended up eating again. So I ended up finishing eating at about between sort of 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I didn't really have anything to report this morning. My eating habits have always been such that I skip breakfast quite a lot anyway. So it wasn't too bad this morning. I'm just about to hit these electrolyte things, which is like basically the only thing I'm allowed. I'd say bored and hungry. I spoke to the old man earlier who's also doing it, and he's like, yeah, look, just bored and hungry, man. And that's how I feel. I've just got in. I'm here till 8 tonight. Lauren was in this morning. She's just gone off for a midwife appointment. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Not too bad so far, but I know this is going to get worse. I'm a nighttime eater, so that's when this is going to hit me the hardest. Hey, right, it's quarter to 8. I'm just about to get up and go home. This is where it gets tough tonight. I think everyone's going to be different, but for me, I'm a big nighttime eater, and for me now is the time I'd be sort of packing my laptop up and getting in the car and going home. And honestly, in the last few months, certainly with it being Christmas and stuff, just smashing the shit out of the kitchen and eating everything I can, which is something I have been looking forward to going home and doing, which obviously I won't be doing today. So this cravings wise, this is tough. In terms of energy levels, I'm shattered. I just need to go home, shower and get into bed. I'm exhausted. I did train today. I've just done 20 minutes of cardio. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't recommend it. There's plenty of people online that you'll watch that talk about them feeling like a superhero, and maybe that's to come. I certainly don't feel like that at the moment. But let's be clear, a lot of these people you watch online are on keto diets. They manage their insulin levels. They do this sort of thing quite regularly. They don't have insulin spikes and dips like you and I do when we eat throughout the day, because of the way they manage their diet. They're the sorts of people that are drawn towards fasting. They will have a much easier time with this than maybe you or I would. Fortunately, I didn't come into this with any sort of misconceptions about how easy it was going to be. I sort of knew it was going to be tough, and I'm really doing this more for the testing myself mentally, for the removing the cravings for food, constantly having to eat, constantly not even wanting to be a little bit hungry, trying to deal with that, and sort of just kick-starting everything. That's the only reason I'm doing this. But yeah, you feel like quitting. The first day has not been great. I've heard it gets better. If it gets worse, this is going to be rough, I'm going to be honest. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's probably me for the day. I won't film again today. The next time you guys will hear from me will be tomorrow morning. I'm going to ring Dad on the way home and find out how he's getting on. Knowing my old man probably about as bad as I am. So yeah. But look, I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm not here to sell this shit to you. If it sucks, and I'll tell you. It's as simple as that. And right now, it sucks.
So apparently I should be recording these a bit more often. Yeah, there's good reason. Like a lot of things in my life, I end up saying yes to things I should say no to, usually involving my son. So, like, do I want to buy a gym? No, I fucking don't want to buy a gym. I ended up buying a gym. Yeah, Dad, we've ate and drunk a lot, and we haven't trained very much because we've been busy in the gym. So I watched Dana White, he said, and Dana White's done an 80-something hour fast, and he says it's incredible, and it's really kickstarts your kind of new year, and we can get back into training. Yeah, new year, new me, and all that old bollocks. But there is a matter of fact, since owning the gym, Jay and I haven't trained anything like as much as we used to, and yeah, we got out of shape in comparison to where we were. So yeah, I said foolishly, what, 80-something hours, and he went, well, 72. But yeah, let's give it a go. And I said, yeah, go on then. Not even thinking about it. So I am, I don't know, what, 28 and a half hours in to this fucking awful, soul-destroying, makes you grumpy, you feel like shit process of fasting for 72 hours. So we'll finish on Friday night. The only thing that I've drunk is water, fucking hate water, like coffee, like Jack Daniels, don't like water. I've drunk more water and I've ended up pissing like a racehorse. Electrolytes occasionally that go in it, because apparently that's what you're supposed to do. Not, I don't know jack shit about this. I'm just doing what he says. And yeah, this shit, yeah, and this is 8 ounces, so about a quarter of a cup of bone broth, beef bone broth. It's just fucking watery gravy. It's horrible, but it's got no calories. Well, it's got a couple of calories in it, but don't break the fast. And it makes you feel a bit better. And then I go to sleep because it's, what is it, 10:30, 11:15. So yeah, all the stuff that they talk about when you get some arsehole on TikTok or whatever, or fucking Instagram, whatever, going, oh, this is amazing, it makes me feel amazing. It fucking doesn't. It's a load of old bollocks. These people are just fucking idiots. You feel like shit. A couple of hours, about 3 or 4 hours ago, my hands were shaking. I couldn't fucking think straight. But it passes. You know, a couple of hours later, it passes. And I don't feel too bad now, but I am fucking hungry. I could chase the rider and fucking eat the horse at the same time. And actually, there you go. Fucking got that wrong as well. Chase the horse and eat the rider. That's the fucking saying. I don't know. Anyway, you feel like shit. Your brain don't work. I was grumpy as fuck in the gym today. I had loads of jobs to do that I get given by Lauren and Jay every so often. I probably did 2 of them, got the arse and fucking left. So, yeah, there you go. I keep ringing Jay and he keeps ringing me. Every time I ring him, he's hoping that I'm going to tell him that I've tapped out. But we're too bloody competitive. And I ain't tapping out until he does at least. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. And, you know, never know. Might actually get something out of this. Or I'm just going to feel like shit. And then at the end of it go, what a fucking waste of time that was. But we'll see. It's a giggle. Don't mind doing these things every now and then, because got to give something a try. But yeah, more tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed now and hopefully I'll get fuck all sleep, I know that. But hopefully get some decent kip and yeah, feel like absolute dog shit tomorrow, no doubt.
Good morning. It's 9:30, just on the way into the gym. That was a rough night. That was a rough night, I'm not going to lie. Got up and weighed myself this morning. So I started this at 93 kilos, there or thereabouts. I was just over 89 kilos this morning. That, I'll be honest, that I'm a little bit concerned about. And I'm concerned about it for 2 reasons. I'm concerned about it, one, because that's a lot of weight to lose in 36 hours. Again, it's a day and a half. The second reason is we're definitely not here to promote this. In fact, quite the opposite. We own a gym and we see people come in every day who are looking to lose weight, gain weight, you know, get in better shape, whatever the case may be. And we know the sorts of things that people get addicted to and that people really focus on, and weight and scales is definitely one of them. And as much as you try and get people to not focus on that, they always will. If you see the scales dropping that much, that's going to That's going to convince you that, well, if I can do 3 days, I can do 4. If I do 4 days, I can do 5. If I do 5 days, I can do 6, and so on and so forth. And you'll go on YouTube and find videos of people doing 20-day water fasts, and you'll convince yourself that this is, if I just do this and then I'm healthy after, and no, this get fit quick schemes don't work, just as get rich quick schemes don't work. And I'd love to get up this morning and tell you that I've had that moment that Dana White or whoever else has done this has told you you're going to have, which is this superhuman, my energy levels are through the roof. No, not at all. I feel like I'm struggling to get my words out. My brain's foggy. I ache all over. I got the worst headaches imaginable, and I'm taking electrolytes. I had bone broth last night. I've got a magnesium supplement. I've even taken paracetamol to try and kill the headache. The headaches are pretty unbearable. You aren't going to get a lot done on this, and you have to look at it. And I'm not sitting here suggesting the people that do these videos are lying. I don't think Dana White lied about doing an 86-hour fast or a 72-hour fast, but he did it a way into his journey where he'd been managing diet, insulin, inflammation, blood pressure. He'd been carefully managing those things for quite some time. So he was suffering from less spikes of insulin when he eats food and things like that, and as such would probably find this process a bit easier, because there are parts of this where I go, okay, my energy levels are up a bit at the moment, and unfortunately the symptoms I'm experiencing from not eating are outweighing that, and meaning that I'm struggling to get things done. I mean, I got a meeting today at 1:30. I'm going to be honest, I'm asking myself the question, how the fuck am I going to do that meeting? I drank about 4.5 litres of water yesterday, most of it with electrolytes in. I had 8 ounces of bone broth before I went to bed last night, and I had basically the worst night's sleep I've ever had. So to add that to having not ate, I can't sit here and tell anybody that this is a sustainable or healthy way to live your life. I am not disregarding the benefits that you will get from long-term fasting when it comes to autophagy and, you know, the cellular cleanup in your body and resetting your metabolism and all those things, right? Scientifically proven things that are going to happen. But I think you need to earn it. It's like sitting here and saying to you that you've been running for a week, congratulations, now you can go run a marathon. You can't, right? You know you can't. Congratulations, you've done 2 sets of bench. I guess we're going to stick 100 kilos on and see how you get on. Like, no. The same comes to this. This is an extreme dietary feat and something that you need to earn. You're not going to be able to achieve it having done what me and Trevor have done, which is eat like shit over Christmas and not manage our diet for the longest time because we've been focusing on a business. And am I pleased I've made it this far? Yeah. But I'm going to be honest with all of you now, there's no chance in hell I'm making it to 72 hours. And a part of you, even I, who knows about this stuff and works in the industry and has nothing to prove to anybody, get caught up in but it's about mental strength. And you're like, oh, okay. But if you pass out driving, bro, I'm not sure how far that mental strength took you. At the end of the day, you've got to listen to your body. And yeah, when you're dieting and stuff like that, your body will play tricks on you and tell you, oh, you should eat, and oh, you fancy this, and of course, and those things you should ignore. But when you've got really bad headaches, when you're getting the shakes, when things don't feel right, I mean, the hot and cold sweats last night, just when things like that are happening, you should listen to your body. If I was having an experience like a lot of people are having, where I was just a little bit hungry and I was craving some stuff, but otherwise I felt pretty good, yeah, it would be about mental strength and you'd get through it. But that's not what this is. But what it has alerted me to, and I appreciate I've been talking for 5 minutes now, what it has alerted me to is I've got some nutrient deficiencies for sure, and I'm going to get my blood work done to find out what those are so that I can affect them moving forward, because my body has definitely been masking some nutrient deficiencies with just the crap I've been eating, because I'm really feeling it now. So yeah, we're at 38 hours, there or thereabouts. The goal is to get to 48 now. We'll see how we get on. But I'll be honest, I'm not here to lie to any of you. we're never going to do that. When we do these videos, when we do our training vlogs, when we do anything, this is not about lying to people. If we don't manage something, we don't manage it, and we'll do a video and we'll talk to you about it. Trial and error, such is fitness. And yeah, you won't achieve everything you set out to do, but it's about taking the learnings from it. And I see what I mean. I'm fucking waffling, and I hope to have a conversation in a bit more depth tomorrow about this when I've had something to eat and I'm a bit clearer, because there are some points, some salient points to take from all of this experience, and I want to be able to get them across to people. So yeah, I'll speak to you again in a couple of hours, I guess.
Fasting. Stupid idea. Lasted about just over 40 hours, and went to bed last night, had that god awful bone broth, but it was okay. Satiated me for a while, but didn't sleep well. Didn't get to sleep until about 6 o'clock in the morning, too bloody hungry. And yeah, it didn't feel too bad. Kind of headaches and you know, just no energy, shit like that. Is it worth it? I mean, it lasted just over 40 hours, I think. Is it worth it? No, I think it's all bollocks what people say. If you're going to do it, you've got to do it for such a long period of time. It's almost unsustainable. 40 hours is plenty long enough. And do I feel any better? I'd argue. Felt a bit lighter, felt a bit, yeah, didn't feel too bad. But you know, what did I lose? I lost 6 pounds in weight. Most of that I probably pissed it out, to be honest, because I drank so much water. So is it worth doing? No. Is it? Fuck. I mean, I wouldn't bother. Eat healthily, eat a decent diet, exercise more. Don't bother with fads like this. I think they're an absolute fucking waste of time. What did it achieve? Headaches, next few paracetamol and Nurofen along the way, and felt like shit for 2 days. Did it help me shift some weight? Yeah, a little bit. Is it sustainable? Definitely not. Does it kickstart anything? Not really, because it's not sustainable. What do I think of it? I think people that go online and these fucking arseholes that you get on there talking about getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and fucking, I don't know, meditating for 2 hours and then exercising for 4 hours and all that old bollocks. I think it's just a total fucking waste of time. Eat healthily, train regularly. Whatever you do it consistently. Doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Lift heavy weights. Do it regularly. Eat well. Occasionally have some crap and enjoy it. And you'll be absolutely fine. Doing fads like this, mate, total waste of time. And will I be doing it again? Absolutely fucking not. What's my conclusion of it? Pretty much that. It's not for me. I know it's not for Jay. I had plenty of conversations with him about it, and I know he suffered probably more than me. But yeah, not for me. Just going to lift heavy, train more, eat more protein. That's about it. There you go, done.
Okay, so it's the day after we ended the fast. It has come to an end, so it should be ending now. We ended middle of the day yesterday, so we managed about 36 to 40 hours, somewhere in and around there. Stopped it because my body didn't feel right. I was getting really bad headaches, couldn't focus, was going to struggle to drive to work, to be honest. And I think that comes down to a few things. We'll talk about it in a bit more detail on our podcast on Monday. Me and Trevor just filmed. It's rough. It was a rough experience. I'd say to anybody who's going to jump into something like that, you need to prepare for it. It's like running a marathon. You can't just jump into running a marathon. You need to plan for it. You need to build up to it. And it just goes to show that you're not gonna be able to sustain something like this if you've not put that work in. I'll be honest, it's still affecting me now, and I've eaten for the last 24 hours. Yeah, not the most positive experience in the world, but pleased we tried it. Nothing more to say other than that, really.